Talk to me honestly. I'm here. I'm here. Talk to me. I'm here. I've been so far away.
What's up, everybody? Let's get ready to get started. Today's Monday, 320. Looking forward to this nice rational open. Market's looking all right. We tapped D bands on the outside of all three of them actually. So we got down a little bit lower than that, came right back in, opening in the middle. Cautionary day today. VIX is span one, risk interval to the downside. We know that is one of our irrational signals. Gonna be trading small today. Already know that out the door. Maybe one contract, maybe half. Open the middle DD bands. Gonna be nice and fun with a rational open. I'm excited to see what this brings. So y'all hang tight. We'll get started in just a little bit. Throw up those rockets in chat. Let's hit that like button. Let's get ready to go.
Talk to me honestly. I'm here. I'm here.
Rational market, you know it. Slightly cautionary on that VIX, but it's a downside to VIX risk intervals. This doesn't mean volatility is going to be exploding. Volatility is going to be completely compressing. So this could be a one-directional move right out the door. Be very careful on those. Let's get that good music going here. All right. Let's take a look right at the open. First thing I do want to check is all my red lines really quick. So I'm going to go look at the S&P. Got these things sitting here. I have to make sure they are valid still. I'm on the wrong chart. They'll need to be there quickly. What's up, guys, girls, ladies, gentlemen, all you cool party people? All right, so it looks like that's been collapsed. That's been collapsed. Always get rid of them when they no longer apply. We're trading just in between zones. Got yellow lines on both sides. Again, these things like to pivot. Nice rational day today. I think it's going to be nice and tight, but see, with the VIX volatility collapsing one risk interval, we can have a one-directional move. Be very careful on the outside. So outside of DD bands, I got to find other targets to hit. We have some areas up here that are of interest. The catalyst line, when Powell was speaking, still available, and we're going to have to think about it, right? With the idea that Credit Suisse was bought out by UBS, kind of reminds you of when Washington Mutual was bought out by, was it Chase? Somebody bought them. Back in those days, those olden days. So you no longer apply. Last financial crisis. So things are looking all right, I would say, in the world. But see, with the banks still kind of on the fringe there, one has to expect a heavy hand of the Fed. That's not going to come in so aggressive. I predicted we'd have a 0 basis point hike this month in December. I said things would start getting bad at the beginning of the year, and that would, including labor market, if that stops getting better and starts looking worse, that would drive the FOMC to take no action. So that's where I'm going. Short squeeze, break line. What is this from? Should we delete that as well? That's from there. Oh, that was the catalyst from 2 days back. All right, let's go. Bye-bye. Let's gonna remove that. Let's get back to our... So now just kind of see if the market's rational out the door. Pretty good, pretty decent. Rid of you as well. Anchor point, catalyst, yeah, all that, bye-bye. Okay, so nice and clean, nice and clean, nice and clean. VIX spinning 1 RI, be careful on that one. Let's get ready to go in. How y'all doing? Yes, it did. VIX travel 1%. Oh, you guys are super sharp and on point here. Love it. I'm doing so good today. I feel like I'm getting a slow start. Mondays. Mondays are always like that. So this is the one specific. So normally VIX futures will roll over the night before the third Wednesday of the month, but this is one of those weird times where the first Wednesday of the month, the first day of the month of February was a Wednesday, and it's February. It's already a short month as it is. So to prevent a 2-month or a 2-week contract month, the powers that be changed the schedule and pushed VIX out an additional week. So we don't roll over into new triple B until till the next Tuesday, which happens to be tomorrow. Well, so normally it's the Tuesday before the third Wednesday of the month, which in this month's case made it the second Tuesday of the month. So they gave it an extra week. So tomorrow evening, in between the Globex close and open, I'll be posting up the new triple B in the channel in the Discord. So everybody was asking what it was. Today it's still the same. It hasn't changed. And you get triple B, what that number actually does. I'll show you out really quick. We call it usual, unusual market. It's an exploit of a feature of futures called contango. And what contango is a contango backwardation show a difference between multiple contracts trading at the same time. So you have different expiring contract months, like we're currently trading in the March month. March and April will have different values based on, you know, the expectations of volatility of those relative months. So if it's higher, the next month trades higher, it's called contango. The next month is trading lower, it's backwardation. They're identical looking shape. Oh, let's keep trading. Man, that crept up on us. My desktop clock is out of sync. I'm off by like 10 seconds. All right, let's go. Nice rational open. Market's looking steady. Steady as she goes. Waiting for that SPY liquidity map to kick on. Give resilience just a couple of seconds to stabilize. They're coming in pretty hot and high out the door. I like it. 18 and 65 on the S&P. That's good. Although we are gapping up, I believe. Where's that? Okay. There we go. All right, let's go to map. Bears showed up. We're making some trades today. BSU, bottom call zone up to the top of the middle. So basically, the midpoint is from here down to here. Ooh, and an illiquidity pocket. I love this. Okay. Resilience is negative on NASDAQ and positive on the S&P. So let's take a look at that. So the S&P does have support at monthly hedge as long as monthly hedge resilience comes in positive. I would like to be longing up towards the middle. As long as you don't break the monthly hedge. Okay. I think I'm gonna long 2 right here. Just something normal. 2, I'm gonna be trading all the way up to the top here, and it's gonna reject. So this is a nice tight, not super easy day. We'll analyze the NASDAQ really quick, and let's look at UVXY when that pops up. It's gonna long 2. Okay. So QQQ. Bear showed up on QQQ. Let's double check. The DD number went for those to come in really quick. The RSU, it's just hedge to hedge kind of traffic. We're also in a liquidity pocket with bear zone. So this is interesting because the market can completely collapse down to here. I don't see a lot. There's a lot of discrepancy between NASDAQ and the S&P today. So keep an eye out. S&P's positive, NASDAQ's negative. In rational markets, the S&P likes to pull. DD is positive, so bull zone today is likely. I like what I see. Let's go. All right, so I'm doing this like 250 static eval today. That's one of the things I'm trying to do here. I didn't like that long out the door. Why they stopped publishing the CFTC report? The CFTC kept talking about delays in that report, and I really have no idea what was causing it. I wish myself they were delayed like by a month. Okay, so we're out the door. It's about $1,000 there. I like what I see. It's looking good, looking good, looking good. All right, let's get SPY front and center. Let's find an upper target. We're trading through illiquidity pockets, go towards the upper DD bands. I need to, I forgot to run the bot this morning. So as soon as I hit 392, I'm gonna close out. As soon as I hit 392, I'm gonna close out. I'm gonna cut it and call it a day. As soon as I hit. We're almost there. Oh, no. I do like when I see NASDAQ pulling back. It's such a weird day, huh? Weird day. Pushing. 392 is it. That's all I'm doing. Nice, clean, easy long right out the door. Okay. I'm going to exit. I'm done. I'm out. Easy. My day is over. That was quick. All right. Any questions? Like, what just happened here? Fucking easy as shit. All right, well, that's it. Okay, so BSU is a monthly hedge pressure long, all the illiquidity pocket. They love to run straight there from A to B, closed out. It's pretty simple. Right out the door. Let me see what's next. What a weird day, right? But hey, you gotta act quick. Let's gonna analyze what we have. Let's look and see what we have. Do I want to take a second smaller trade? Pop up some micros here. MES. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. I don't like what I see. That VIX looking weird. Got the opportunity. You know, I'm not gonna overtrade. I think that's it. Let's talk about the market today. Why trade ES over NASDAQ? For a couple of reasons. Number one, the S&P is the broader index market. Let me start with, it's the broader market index. And so it is always easier to trade because it's more resilient to money flow issues. For instance, in NASDAQ, if I was a hedge fund and I was dumping, like I just pushed a button to just dump my Apple shares, right? And I wanted to buy bank stocks. What would happen is that the NASDAQ would just completely collapse really quick, right? If I was to dump all of my tech, Apple, Facebook, whatever, and then I immediately bought, you know, some oil companies and some banks with it, right? So I'm rotating from tech to finance and energy. The NASDAQ wouldn't see that. The NASDAQ would drop really hard from that random human decision. However, as I'm selling one and buying the other, the S&P would contain the same amount of market cap. Does that make sense? If I sold $50 million worth of tech shares and bought $50 million worth of oil shares, oil company shares, the S&P wouldn't budge at all. Does that make sense, Austin? So in very, very, very rare instances, will I choose NASDAQ over the S&P. Oh, these are the DD bands. I'm kind of off on these. I need to adjust them. I didn't run the bot this morning. I was a little behind. So the idea is that NASDAQ would move much more rapidly than the S&P. And haven't you guys noticed that if you trade NASDAQ, it always seems to move faster. It's not, I would say it's more predictable. It's less resilient to large changes in the market. So like I said, if somebody were to drop a huge amount of tech shares, you would see the NASDAQ start to move very quickly. But if they're at the same time buying some other stock, the S&P wouldn't, like, essentially the S&P would dip and come back, the NASDAQ would dip and then try to trail the S&P. So the moves in the NASDAQ are always more pronounced because it's a less diversified basket. So it doesn't capture sector rotation, right? Because NASDAQ is just like healthcare. It's like tech, telecom, and healthcare, and a couple of some of the other categories, but very underrepresented. Those are like the three mains. But the S&P and Russell are if you're trading indices, those are the two in reality worth focusing on, in my opinion. I know other traders out there like to trade the NASDAQ, like my boy Matt. You know, like Trades by Matt, one of my favorite folks on the planet. He loves to trade the NASDAQ, and I always call it the spaz deck. And I'm like, you young whippersnappers out there love that roller coaster shit. Daddy's got high blood pressure. He can't handle it. I need old man trading. I need the stable stuff. So I'm just kind of estimating where the DD bands will be, because I haven't done the calc. So I'm just gonna guess. But seeing that NASDAQ, it'll be a faster moving thing. The thing is that when you're trading the NASDAQ, it's a little more complicated because the S&P will always pull the NASDAQ around. So if you're trading the NASDAQ, you must watch the S&P. Now, I'll choose the NASDAQ if it's the better looking one and S&P looks stable. An example is today. The S&P almost always pulls the NASDAQ around. So if the NASDAQ looks bad and the S&P looks good, who do you think is going to win that fight? I'm going to tell you. The S&P will win that fight. So let's see if I can find a NASDAQ opportunity for this arbitrage here. And this is actually a great example of you saying that, right? So the BRSU has support at monthly hedge. It has resistance at 304. So this might be a good day to trade NASDAQ, because NASDAQ looks horrible and the S&P looks great. The markets are rational. So who's going to win? Probably Daddy NASDAQ. So let's go ahead and take a look at NASDAQ in QM3. And maybe I might want to take a NASDAQ scalp here. BRSU, we're at the bottom of the DD bands right now. Monthly hedge back up to the top. But there is a resistance at 304. Unfortunately, that might be an issue. So we're going to bet that NASDAQ doesn't go irrational. Let me go ahead and buy like 5 micros, right? On NASDAQ. MNQM3. Just 5 micros. That's half of a position. Something small. Right? And you see how Mr. Spaz deck is like jumping around all over the place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bet that the NASDAQ holds the DD band, because the S&P resilience is nice and stable. And while S&P is going to pivot higher, the NASDAQ has moved all the way to the bottom. So take a look at this. A little bit of arbitrage here. Watch this. You see how NASDAQ's at the bottom of DD bands. S&P is nice and stable. Now, while DD is 0.68, you can see that, you know, we've already touched the band, so the rule touching the band isn't a thing. But man, this is sold off a whole lot, and the S&P is nice and stable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trade these micros while the S&P is moving up to touch its upper DD band. I think the NASDAQ might move in. We have a liquidity pocket, right? So this is a great idea, right? Thinking about, or I think it's a great idea, and that it's very possible. Let me go ahead and move these DD bands down. NASDAQ has already touched its band, so it doesn't really apply, but I just get a small position, right? Something very, very, very small. You see how NASDAQ loves to move around really quick. So there is, the actionable pivot is off the lower DD band, and betting that the S&P is positive, the S&P drags the NASDAQ around. Let's see if it works. Make sense? Can you get resilience available on TradingView or live Discord someday? No, you get it from Rocket Scooter. Why would you put it in the TradingView? Why don't you just use this? And resilience, no, those are all going to stay, unfortunately, inside of our platform. There we go, $50. Let's go. So an example is when, as funny that you say, there's an opportunity here. We have NASDAQ negative, S&P positive. Who do you think wins that fight? I always bet that the S&P pulls the NASDAQ around in rational markets. Does that make sense, everyone? I do like what I was seeing. Now, the lower pivot here with the S&P resilience that the NASDAQ might move up. There's an illiquidity pocket. We might hit 306 from a liquidity pocket right here in the middle. It's going to make it a little tough. So just something small, right? Just put a few pennies up there. Put 5 micros, something really tiny. Nothing too big, nothing that's gonna blow up the account. And like I said, this is not, investment advice or tell you guys what to do advice. This is just how I like to trade. And so when the NASDAQ is an opportunity, I look for it. The S&P is nice and strong. S&P is pushing upward ED. NASDAQ's a little pushed lower today, right? So I'm going to try to look for some opportunities there. And remember, bear short up as I look at this one. It's got a monthly hedge support up to hedge pressure. So there's resistance at hedge, which is up near the top. That's scary, right? So that's why I only put a little bit on the table. Nothing too big. Something a little small. I'm gonna see how that looks. As long as there's, that resilience just got really negative on NASDAQ, but the S&P is still stable. Still stable. Now that resistance is against there. Lower DD bands, betting that NASDAQ doesn't become irrational. Okay. Let's see how that works. That's a quick one. Here's that bottom DD band. Remember, as long as S&P stays fine, I'm still wanting to maybe take that. I'm gonna add a couple more. 2 more. Wait, hold on. I need to add settings. Hold on. Do my settings real quick. I need to add, I don't know what kind of settings that opens up. Estimated. Okay. There we go. Need to show the P&L. Wait. Yeah, I know. So if you're like the 2 indices that matter the most are the Russell and the S&P. So like I said, NASDAQ crazy and spazzy all over the place. When I see an opportunity in the S&P, I like to look at NASDAQ. So as long as the S&P is stable, the NASDAQ's at the lower end of the DD band. So the S&P has some upward momentum. I think that this could go up to hedge pressure before it comes back down. So I'm looking for an opportunity there. By the way, everybody smash that like button real quick. We're going to make that our habit every morning. I'm going to feed that YouTube algo. Here's the thing. NASDAQ can go irrational again. And we're all the way down to here if that happens. So this has limited upside and could resist off of that. So what I'm betting on is that because the S&P resilience is positive, S&P is gonna move up first, and NASDAQ being negative, NASDAQ's gonna reject the redistribution zone. So I'm looking at the half gap being my upper end of the trade, which also is a liquidity pocket and hedge pressure. So I'm looking to trade from here to there, calling it a day. Not a terrible plan, I think. We'll see. Like I said, small trade, nothing too crazy. How we doing? Looking all right? That's what I think is pretty good. I'm okay with it. I'm liking it. But again, NASDAQ being booty and icky. Got to keep that S&P nice and strong. So let's see how the S&P is doing today. I'm looking at Russell as well, just to kind of get a little bit of a feel for the tiebreaker. So I think that might be what's limiting some upside movement. Russell bouncing its monthly hedges, getting some resistance to the stock market. Let's see if people start rotating out of some of these small caps and selling out of the S&P, and NASDAQ kind of pushes up. So the S&P holding the fort, still pretty good. We need a Russell resilience though. That's very important as I think about it. The S&P being positive, that gives the S&P support, type 2 resilience. As long as resilience stays positive, type 2, the S&P has some grounds to move through the illiquidity pocket, and hopefully we'll see that. Hopefully so. Hopefully so. We'll see. Still decent. Still okay. Okay. Good. Let me add 2 more right now. Bottom of the band, resilient. Ooh, okay, right on the edge. Come on, S&P, hang in there, baby. Don't lose. Come on, baby. Let's go. Right on the edge there. Ooh. So also that DD68, we're going to stay in the bull zone. That's why I added 2 more. You see that, everybody? Staying in the bull zone. Oh, yeah, this is clean. This is a good one. This is going to be one of those magical ones. We hit the bottom of the bull zone. DD's still positive. I added 2 more of the position. Let's see if that digs us out. QQQ is dumping. Nope. No. You got tricked. QQQ not dumping. That's a stop sweep, baby. Look at that. Boom, boom. And I added at the bottom. Let's see if it goes. Let's see if she goes. Easy as she goes. Yep. Awesome. That's what I'm saying. DD for the win. DD for the win. DD for the win. Ooh. All right, let's see if that's micro NASDAQ's push out though. Come on. Hang in there, baby. That's it. Added. S&P still okay. 9.2 res. We're still good. Let's hit it. It's illiquidity pocket. Let's get the push to hedge, and I'll call it a day. For realsy. Come on, baby. Let's go. I think the illiquidity pocket on hedge pressure, I think, is about placed to go. Let me double check Qs really quick. Ooh. Proxy trading Qs, -44. So the highest point I'm thinking is right up here. With the S&P dragging to bull zone or supporting bull zone and illiquidity pocket. So I got another scalp in here, I think. I think I got it. I think I'm good. Oh, those sluggish, slow... Mondays, you know how it goes. Somebody keep asking me like, what happened to your other challenge account? I'm trading it too. It's up to like 18,000 from the 10. I'm still trading at the same time. It's just off screen. I'll share that with you guys as well. I'll just give an ETF a couple weeks to try it out. See if I liked it. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Come on, S&P. Push. So got a little bounce at the NASDAQ. Let me go ahead and close Chew out and just lock some of them in on the first green candle I get. Nice little burp up. Okay, I'm going to drop 2. -2. Perfect. All right, lock some of that profit in, right? Let's see what I got here. Okay. down, push a little bit harder. QQQ resistance there, SPY resistance here. Did I just miss something? Oh, there it is. Okay. SPY at the liquidity pocket. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. Let's go. Come on, hit that hedge pressure, baby. Let's go. Let's go. And I'm gonna click this exit right here. Just knock them all out. As soon as I hit my target, I'm gonna close the entire thing. Let's go, baby. Man, this is why I say the spaz deck, right? Spaz deck hurts my brain. There is that resistance there. Okay, so SPY at 392 is that bear zone resistance. This is the illiquidity pocket. You guys see how quickly illiquidity pockets move from A to B, A to B. Let's hit that hedge pressure. I'm just going to call it a day and close the entire thing out. So remember the NASDAQ. This is one thing I want everybody to notice. The NASDAQ moves really effing fast. NASDAQ is just crazy. You know, this probably should be a time to consider. Let me just look. Hold on. The VIX is collapsing, though. I do like what I see. All right. Should I do anything from here? I'm just kind of being greedy at this point. I think the next green candle I get, I should probably exit some of that. Man. This is a gamble bet from the middle. Illiquidity pockets hate the middle. So let me see. Let's hope that I just don't go too negative. Remember, NASDAQ resilience is going to want to push it down. S&P resilience is going to want to bring the S&P up. So I'm watching the S&P leading the market to pull the NASDAQ. I mean, I should have closed a little bit more than I did. I just, me and my multitasking, not paying attention here. I tend to forget. Come on, phone. I think I might hopefully get lucky on this one. So this is probably the high part of the day. The S&P's got a little bit more juice left, and I'm pretty much done. I think if the S&P does finally press into here, I probably will close out. I'm not sure if I want to reverse short it with just with a gamble scalp, but we'll see. We'll see how I do. And then that was not paying attention a little bit ago. So this is I was just kind of like testing out the ETF demo account. So this is the 150 static. I went to Elite, up $2,300 in the Elite ETF. This is the 250. It needs a $15,000 profit target. So I'm 11,000 there. I don't think I've had any losing days yet on either of these. I've won every single day. So Microsoft was selling against you. Yeah, I know. And that's why I'm like, people are going to get out of Microsoft and get into something else. Probably banks, something good. Market's looking pretty good. I think I'm lucking out here. So I'm going to start trimming just as this pushes green. I'm just going to start like trimming it down because I know we're kind of towards the end of this move. But I'm still going to keep maybe like 2 or like maybe like 4 in my pocket for runners. Okay, I'm going to close 1. Just let it go green. Let it close 1. Going to close 1 more. Yeah. Give me 1 more pop. I'll close 1 more. I'm going to keep maybe 3 in my pocket. Come on, push. Let's go. I like seeing resilience move a little bit higher. We're getting some stocks moving, so that's pretty good. I don't want to close the whole thing out, but I do like what I see. Yeah, I'm going to try to walk out of this. I am kind of being a little greedy through here. All right, good. I'm going to close 1 more. Nice little pop there. I mean, I don't want to be too greedy today, right? All right, I'm going to close 1 more. Nice little green pop. I'm about ready to dump the whole thing. You know what? And I'm going to dump the whole thing. I'm just done. Screw you, NASDAQ. I'm tired of playing. Yeah, I know. I'm really early. The one thing is I don't want to play. I don't want to gamble too hard. Let's look at Microsoft. I'm already up for the day. I might call it a. Ooh, wait. You might be right. But I don't know though. I really don't know. The S&P towards the upper DD band. I'm just gonna be. I am probably early. The problem is with these trades like this, right? If this is my real account. Oh yeah. These are like these eval type account things. So you have to play by the rules. I can't, it's hard to take a risk. It's not as clean. So some of them, like one of the gamble, called the gamble account, the end of day drawdown accounts, they have, yeah, I know I probably closed early, but it's just not that clean. And this is the upper end of the move in the S&P. That's the problem. There's not a lot through here other than betting on an S&P break. So this being the limit of the upside, I'm going to teach you something real quick. Yeah. Well, your delays are, the comments are delayed. So I have a specific rule for how I trade these eval accounts. And so the point that I take is I trade from something to something. So this is the actual resistance. Holding 2 or 3 for that runner was what I was trying to do, but I just kind of scared myself out of it. So see right here when I moved, where my mouse is moving to hedge pressure, that's where I said the upper end of the day was. That would have been where I should have closed out. We could have maybe 30 points on QQQ. Would have been maybe like $200 or $300. Either way, that's probably the end of the move. That's predictable. So I trade the predictable part to the predictable part. From illiquidity pocket through the edge to bear zone, and then I'll call it a day. Remember, the S&P being strong kept the NASDAQ up. So I dipped on NASDAQ and traded up through here. Even though it's a net loss on that, still a net gain for the day. I'm, what, 3,300 away from getting this one. Dude, I've been passing these things like nothing, man, left and right. I'm going to tell you something. What you guys have spread the word about Rocket Scooter. We're the realest MFers on the planet. Trading, full transparent, watch the entire account. Let all these children argue on Twitter about who's better, who's not better. Daddy shows his account. With that being said, I want everybody to go to the Discord if you want to check out what we do here. We have this extended trial for our product. Full training on how to trade. Full access to the Rocket Scooter platform. $35 a month for our $200 a month package, and it will literally not be here ever again when we cut it off. Unless we, well, I don't know. Unless we bring it back maybe next year or something. This is a huge, huge, huge push. The $35 is a introductory thing to get everybody in the world checking it out at least once. Get in while you can, and We'll train you trading. We'll give you all the tools you need to use Rocket Scooter, unlock all your data, everything, literally. Scanner, all the stuff. Check that link out. Come to the Discord. We're going to be teaching classes all week. This is what I'm going to call Ashton Week. This is the week that we're all going to be joining classes with Ashton Nolan. He's going to be teaching all of us, literally all of us. And I will be there too, front and center. Everything options. This is an options masterclass from the master himself. And I can't wait to check it out. Ever since Ashton and his team joined up, I have been dying to sit in an Ashton Nolan class. So this is the time they're going to take over and teach all of us. So it looks like probably tonight. He does his in the evening so more people can join, which is great. He does them live 7:15 Central. Ashton will be live front and center. Like I said, it's going to be a week-long options bootcamp masterclass. $35 will get you in on that. So go to that extended trial, check it out, join us up. I will be front and center like the nerd I am in that class. Calling a day. This is a pretty cool trade. I'll talk about my trade plan setup and why I did what I did. We'll take about an hour break. We'll come back and we'll do our Zoom call. So when everybody, before you head out, click that like button. You know you like it. I wish there was a love button. You know, you can like it even harder. So give us some love on the way out, and we'll see you all a little bit later. And go have fun. Everybody hop in the Discord. If you need something to do until then, recommend you guys go through all the training courses we have. We've been refilming them and redoing them. You go over to the left side of the Discord. There is a member start here area. Rocket Scooter training right below it. It'll have all different things: risk management, entries, exits, how to do trade plans, how to trade styles, etc. I've been trading these ETF accounts, like I said, 150 static eval, boom, pass. This is the elite account, boom, making money. This is the next one. This ETF 250 end of day drawdown account needs to go to 270, 265 profit. Almost there, haven't had a losing day. Boom, check. All right. My other challenge account that people keep asking about, they're like, what happened to the other challenge account? It's still here. And they're like, are you still doing it? Yeah, I'm just featuring the other challenge account, the 10K to 100K, still going, 17 and a half. So people are like, did you blow it up? Fuck no. I just showing off my partner products. Still trading this guy, 100K on the way. So we'll see y'all soon. Head on over to Discord and we'll see y'all later. We love you to death. Adios. Remember, Rocket Scooter, changing the game for traders. We're going to give you tools you never thought you could ever have. Things you didn't think existed. Ways to predict volume. That's how we trade. Volume pivots. No more technical analysis. That stuff has been in the 70s. Do you still stare at a disco ball? You have a lava lamp on your desk? No, nobody uses that crap anymore. Time to move on. Forward-looking tools for modern traders using modern algorithms. Find out where the market makers are trading. Use all of our tools. Find out where the hedging is. You're going to see a different side of the market you never knew existed. We love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Matt. We'll see y'all later.